The night the world almost ended. Chapter 1. The Red Light. At 02:17 a.m. Moscow Standard Time, the world held its breath. Not for a siren, not for an explosion, not for any sound at all. Then the light came. A harsh red flooded the underground bunker, cutting through the sterile white glow. Steel walls reflected the crimson hue, twisting the faces of officers into masks of fear. The air smelled faintly of ozone. Every breath felt heavy, charged with tension. Colonel Alexei Morozov stood at the center of the command floor, hands gripping the back of his chair. He did not move. He did not speak. He had trained for this hundreds of times, but never like this. Rows of officers stared at their consoles. Fingers hovered over buttons. Eyes darted between flashing screens and radar maps. The red light seemed alive, creeping along the walls, exposing the panic each officer tried to hide. A single line appeared on the central display. Incoming ballistic trajectory. Unconfirmed. Silence. Even breathing sounded loud. Morozov inhaled slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds in. 4 out. Panic killed faster than nuclear fire. Time to impact? His voice cut through the quiet. A young lieutenant swallowed. Estimated 18 minutes, sir, 18 minutes. A lifetime compressed into a heartbeat. That was all humanity had to decide if it deserved another sunrise. Facility K-549 lay buried beneath layers of reinforced earth outside Moscow. Built to survive the apocalypse. Designed to endure anything the world could throw at it. Ironically, it could also start one. Confirmed source, Morozov said. North Atlantic origin. Possibly submarine-based, sir, replied an analyst. A ripple of murmurs passed through the room. Discipline crushed it into silence. A submarine launch implied intent. This was deliberate. Someone wanted this to happen. Cross-check with early warning satellites, Morozov ordered. They're already aligned, sir. The display updated. Probability of threat, 62%. High enough to make every heartbeat a drum of doom. Far across the ocean, at Cheyenne Mountain, a similar light bled across walls. The American early warning system detected the same anomaly. Different satellites, different algorithms. Same nightmare. General Thomas Hale, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, stared at the display. Advisors shifted uneasily. Any confirmation from Moscow? He asked. None yet, sir. Silence meant confusion. Confusion bred mistakes. Mistakes could end everything. Get me strategic command, Hale ordered. Prepare the hotline. The red phone, unused for years, sat under glass, waiting. Tonight, it was needed. Back in Moscow, Irina Volkov, systems engineer, leaned over her console. There's something wrong, she murmured. Morozov turned sharply. Explain. The bunker seemed smaller. Numbers climbed on screens. Probability update? Morozov asked. 71%, sir. The machine grew confident. The humans did not. Deep within the bunker, behind locks and authorizations, sat the device no one touched casually. 2 keys. 1 switch. 1 button. The final step in a system designed to remove hesitation. Sir, an officer said. Doctrine requires readiness confirmation. Morozov nodded. Begin readiness check. Keys were retrieved. Codes entered. Safes opened. Each action brought the world closer to annihilation. And yet Morozov realized something terrifying. The world might not end tonight. Not because of bombs, but because someone wanted everyone to believe it would. Chapter 2. Across the ocean. At 02:17 a.m., 5,000 miles west, the red glow bled across Cheyenne Mountain. General Hale stared at the early warning display. The numbers mirrored Moscow's, an incoming threat, unconfirmed, impossible to ignore. Any confirmation from Moscow? He asked. Not yet, sir. Silence stretched. Hale's mind turned like clockwork. If this launch was real, there was no room for error. Silence was worse than noise. It meant confusion, and confusion led to mistakes. Get me strategic command. Prepare the hotline. 2 officers moved. One retrieved the sealed red phone. The other opened secure channels. The hotline had been dormant for years, but tonight it hummed with significance. Probability of threat? Hale asked. 60%, sir. Rising. Hale's eyes did not leave the screen, high enough to make kings tremble. He pressed the button. Moments later, a calm voice answered. Colonel Morozov? Yes, General Hale. We are tracking a possible launch. So are we. But none of ours. Pause. Then someone wants us to think otherwise, Hale said. Yes, Morozov replied. And they're succeeding. The weight of the conversation hung heavy. If this was a simulation, a lie, it could still provoke human error. And that was enough to destroy the world. Chapter 3. A Ghost in the Machine. Back in Moscow, servers hummed. Irina Volkov's fingers flew over her keyboard. Every reading was unnervingly precise. Perfect. Too perfect. There's something wrong, she said quietly. This data, it doesn't behave like reality. It behaves like a simulation. Simulation? Morozov echoed. His mind raced. Who would do this? Why? The system is clean. No interference. No distortion. If this were real, it would be messy. Imperfect. This isn't real. The bunker seemed smaller. Numbers climbed toward 80%. It's designed to test human decision-making under pressure, Irina said, to see if someone will launch based on belief rather than fact. Morozov closed his eyes briefly. Humans were supposed to be irrelevant. But now, doubt became a weapon as deadly as any missile. Hold the launch, he said. Alarms screamed. Lights blinked. Officers froze. I said hold. Morozov repeated. Time became a tangible force, pressing down on everyone. The human element, the one factor the machine could not calculate, would decide the fate of billions. Chapter 4. The button. Deep in the bunker, behind reinforced steel and biometric locks, sat the device designed to end it all. 2 keys, 1 switch, 1 button. Morozov stared at it, calm on the surface, heart pounding beneath. Hesitation felt like salvation now. Sir, an officer said, trembling. Doctrine requires readiness confirmation. Morozov nodded. Begin readiness check. Keys retrieved. Codes entered. Locks disengaged. Each movement precise. Terrifying. Irina leaned over her console. If this is real, we are out of time. If it isn't, we're being manipulated. Someone wants the world to think it's ending. Morozov exhaled. He had a choice no simulation could predict. Hold, he whispered, firmer. Alarms screamed. Lights flashed. The button remained untouched. In that moment, the world hung in the balance, not because of missiles, but because of a single human decision. Chapter 5. The Call. The hotline rang in Moscow, slicing through the bunker like a knife. Officers froze. Even the red lights seemed to dim in anticipation. Morozov picked up the receiver. Hale, he said, calm despite the chaos. General Hale, came the reply. Controlled, tense, we're tracking the same anomaly. But none of ours, nor ours, Morozov said. A pause stretched across the Atlantic, silence heavier than any alarm. So, Hale said, someone wants us to think otherwise. And they're succeeding, yes, Morozov replied. And the system, it wants certainty. But humans hesitate. Hale ran a hand through his hair. Probability of threat? 71%. Rising. We're running out of time, Hale said. If this is a lie, it could still trigger a response. If it's real, well, his voice trailed off. Humanity might already be dead. Across continents, the hotline became a bridge between calm reasoning and panic. One wrong word, one misstep, billions could die. Chapter 6. The Third Hand. Far from Moscow or Colorado, in a dim room humming with servers, a figure watched the world like a chessboard. Phase 1, complete blinked green. No missiles, no explosions, only belief, a weapon. Fear had been measured, calculated. The humans obeyed the illusion. They didn't know they were playing into it. The operator leaned back, fingers interlaced. Phase 2 awaited. Meanwhile, Moscow and Washington teetered on the edge. Each tick of the clock tightened the noose. Doubt had proven deadlier than any bomb. Chapter 7, the lieutenant said, voice shaking. Morozov closed his eyes. One decision could kill billions or save them. Humans against machine, doctrine against doubt. The system screamed. Screens blinked red. Launch. Respond. Now. Morozov hesitated. Courage, yes, but also something the machine could not calculate, doubt. Hold launch, he said, louder this time. Officers froze, trembled. Doctrine rebelled. Sir, I said hold. Morozov snapped. Irina leaned over her console. If this is a lie, we can stop it. If real, seconds to act. You have to trust me. Morozov's fingers hovered over the device. 2 keys. 1 switch, 1 button, 1 press and the world changed forever. He inhaled. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bunker waited. The world waited. Humanity's fate rested not on probability but on courage to doubt. Chapter 8. Countdown. Time became physical in facility K549. Each second hammered against steel walls. Impact in 10 minutes, the lieutenant announced. Probability, 95%. The machine demanded action. Launch, retaliate, end it before it ended them. Morozov hesitated. Across the Atlantic, Hale felt the same pressure. Every officer waited. Every breath mattered. The question, who would act first, and would it save or destroy billions? Irina leaned closer to her console. Colonel, the system logs. No known missile, no heat, no distortion. Manufactured. Morozov's hand hovered over the launch device. Alarms screamed. Every instinct screamed obedience. But his mind screamed louder. Trust doubt. Trust reality, not probability. Hold, he commanded, unwavering. Officers froze. Some had started toward the keys. Sir, the probability. I said hold. Every alarm, every blinking light tried to break him. But he held. Humanity depended on a single act of reason against fear. Chapter 9. Revelation. Far from Moscow or Colorado, the manipulator watched. Green light pulsed calmly. Phase 2 had tested humans under extreme pressure and succeeded. Chapter 10. Aftermath. Red lights dimmed, alarms silenced, bunkers emptied. Officers walked stiffly, hearts pounding. Morozov leaned against the wall, exhaustion and relief washing over him. Irina exhaled. It wasn't real. Not yet. Across the Atlantic, Hale's team did the same. Hands unclenched, eyes refocused. The world had not ended. But the threat had been felt as vividly as any warhead. Outside, the world slept, unaware, safe. But the manipulator watched, ready for the next test. Morozov thought of the button. Doctrine demanded obedience. Doubt had saved the world. He looked at Irina. The system is not infallible. Humans are unpredictable. Tonight, unpredictability saved us. The final seconds of the launch were a testament. Belief can be weaponized. Fear can be measured. Courage, doubt, and reason. These remain human. Somewhere, a voice whispered, Phase 3 begins soon. The night was over. The world survived. But the nightmare had only begun. Subscribe for more spy thriller stories.